If all lines looked the same, engineering drawings would be chaos, like reading a book made entirely of the letter A. Today, I'll show you the 12 most common line types, what they mean, and how to use them, so your drawings are clear and ready for manufacturing. Think of line types as a visual hierarchy. Some lines shout, "Main shape here," while others quietly indicate measurements or hidden features. By using different line weights and styles, you're coding your drawing with instructions that tell the story of the part. Let's decode this language, one line at a time. First up, the visible line, also called the object line. This is the thick, bold line that defines every edge you can see. It's the main silhouette, the first thing a machinist should notice. Always make visible lines the thickest on your drawing, about 0.5 to 0.7 millimeters. Every other line type will be thinner, making your drawing instantly more readable and professional. Make your visible lines the heavyweight champion. No confusion, just clarity. What about features you can't see? That's where hidden lines come in. These are thin, dashed lines showing edges or holes hidden from view. Use them to reveal simple internal features without cluttering your drawing. But don't overdo it. If a view is crowded with hidden lines, consider adding a new view or a section. The goal is always clarity. Use hidden lines as a tool, not a crutch. If you see more than 10 hidden lines in one view, rethink your approach. Center lines mark the axes of holes, cylinders, and symmetry. They're thin, with a long, long dash pattern, and cross at the center of circles. Always extend center lines slightly beyond the feature for visibility. Use your CAD center mark tool for consistency and speed. Center lines are the foundation for accurate dimensioning. Never skip them. Without them, locating features becomes a guessing game. Phantom lines show alternate positions, motion paths, or related parts. Think what-if scenarios. They're thin, with a long dash and 2 short dashes. Use them to show a lid's open position or a bolt's mating parts, without cluttering your drawing. Phantom lines communicate movement and context efficiently. Use them sparingly, only for critical, immediate relationships. Too many phantom lines can overwhelm the drawing. Dimension lines answer the machinist's key question. How big is it? They're thin, solid lines with arrowheads at each end, connecting extension lines. Place dimensions clearly, grouped logically, and off the part outline. Always dimension from a common reference or datum to minimize errors. Consistency is key. Pick a standard and stick to it. Good dimensioning makes manufacturing faster and more accurate. Extension lines connect dimension lines to the features being measured. They're thin, solid, and must have a small gap from the part's edge. Keep them perpendicular and avoid crossing lines to prevent confusion. Plan your layout to avoid a messy web. Clarity is everything. Clean extension lines make your dimensions easy to read and interpret. Leader lines connect notes or call-outs to specific features. They're thin, angled lines with a short horizontal shoulder from the text. Avoid horizontal or vertical leaders. Use clear angles like 30 or 45 degrees. Never let leader lines cross or form a confusing fence. Neat, outward-pointing leaders keep your annotations professional and clear. To reveal hidden interiors, use a cutting plane line. Bold, with a long dash and 2 short dashes. Ends bend at 90 degrees with large arrowheads and section labels like AA. Place the line through features you want to show, using offsets if needed. The resulting section view is drawn as if the cut were a single, flat plane. Cutting plane lines make complex interiors easy to understand. Use them to show what hidden lines can't. Section lines, or hatching, fill in cut areas on a section view. Use thin, evenly spaced lines at a 45-degree angle to show solid material. Change the angle for adjacent parts to differentiate them. Use standard hatch patterns for materials if needed, but clarity comes first. When in doubt, use a simple 45-degree hatch and call out the material in a note. Break lines let you shorten long, uniform parts on your drawing. Use a thick, wavy line for small parts, or a thin, zigzagged line for large ones. Always show the true length with a broken dimension line. Only use break lines if the cross-section is constant. Don't hide features in the middle. Break lines save space and keep your drawing readable. Chain lines define boundaries for special treatments like heat treating or coating. They're thick, with a long, short, long dash pattern, outlining the affected area. Always pair a chain line with a clear note describing the process. Check your company or industry standards for the correct usage. The combination of a unique line and a note prevents costly mistakes. Construction lines are your invisible helpers. Thin, light lines used for layout and geometry. In CAD, put them on a non-printing layer so they don't appear in the final drawing. They're for your eyes only, never for the machinist. Use as many as you need, but keep your final drawing clean. Organized construction lines make complex drawings much easier to build. Master these 12 line types, and your drawings will be clear, professional, and ready for production. You're not just drawing lines, you're communicating ideas that become real parts. Attention to detail sets great drawings apart and saves time and money. Want a printable cheat sheet? Comment line types below, and I'll share a link. Subscribe for more practical engineering tips. Next up, dimensioning best practices.